Good morning, troops. This is Dr. Kori at the Diet Doc, and welcome to Monday and the 14th episode of the Monday Motivational Mastery series. Hope everyone had an awesome, powerful weekend. This is where we get to dig into a concept related to motivation and the vitality that we feel as we're moving into our lives and as we're approaching our process of goal achievement, right? Well, as many of you know, I am starting this 14-week motivation course, and it begins on May 1st. And what I'm doing, it's called the ABCs of Motivation, Apply the Science of Success to Optimize Your Life. What I'm doing is I'm taking the participants through the alphabet and drilling down into the most relevant, primary, crucial concepts of motivation that begin with each letter. And let me tell you, it's been a very time-consuming but fun process for me to distill all of this information for you guys and put it into a form where you can begin to apply it in your lives every single day and understand it more. So, today, really what I wanted to do is to, with that in mind, because it's marinating and I've been ruminating on it for the last month or so. So I'm going to roll with that. I'm going to go with that energy. I'm going to hit on a few key factors today that differentiate the individuals who excel and feel that very high-powered, high level of sustained motivational energy as they move toward their goals, and those who give up. So I'm going to give you three key things right here, right now, that you can begin to put into place in your life. Let it land, okay? Let it land in your life. I always like to give you guys some reflection questions, things that you can ask yourselves and begin allowing to settle in order for them to manifest into action. But here's number one. The individuals with high-powered motivation, okay? Heightened and sustained motivation, because we all know that motivation can wax and wane depending on our moods and the circumstances. Expect that, okay? When I talk about motivation, I'm talking about that vital life force that is the river through our lives all the time. So these people who excel, they approach everything they do as often as they can when their attention is on it, and they get very good at putting their attention on it, as practice for becoming the people they must become. Let me break that down a little bit. Abraham Maslow, okay, he said, in order to become truly happy, and I think all of us are striving for that, okay? That which we can become, we must become. And he called this self-actualization. So peeling the layers back a little bit, self-actualization means that we bring forth from our potentials the actuals. So my question to you is, how are you showing up in the world? How are you showing up in your relationships? How are you showing up in your career? How are you showing up in the various roles you're in within your lives? And are you moving forward in those roles in anticipation of how each step is stretching you to become what you can become? Okay, here's number two. they practice developing their attention. And I'm going to give this away. The A of my course stands for attention. All right? They practice paying attention to what they pay attention to. And what this means is they become the observers of their thoughts. They become the observers. They can take a step back and watch the movie up here instead of starring in and getting swept away by the movie. So they can look at their thoughts, they can watch them, and get to know themselves and their internal processes. That's a big deal. Okay, they have a level of self-awareness. And how do they get it? They practice. If there's one thing you guys are going to hear me say over and over and over again, it's that these individuals practice. Okay? What these people are doing with this level of attention that they're practicing is they are cultivating their 6th and 7th senses. Did you know that we have a 6th sense and a 7th sense? We do. And in my course, I go into what those two senses are, and I give you very specific exercises for cultivating and developing them. Now here's your last one, number 3, okay? These individuals who excel, they practice development of, and this isn't going to surprise you guys, but they practice a development of a very strong belief in themselves. A belief in their ability to figure things out. These very hardy individuals have what in the research is called high self-efficacy, okay? A belief in their abilities to influence their circumstances. And it's something that they can grow. It's something that evolves with, here comes that word again, practice, okay? They practice by putting their attention on something very specific, okay? When we practice, we have to know what we're practicing, and we have to have a process that we're practicing. These people do, okay? So what this assumes, though, is it assumes that they expect difficulty. They expect hardship. They expect adversity. And they don't shy away from it because they view it as necessary. All right? They view it as practice for, number 1, becoming who they must become, and number 2, positioning their attention and developing that 6th and 7th sense. They view it as integral, guys. So part of how they do this is they take responsibility for everything that occurs in their lives and everything that they do. Ultimate responsibility, all right? They don't make excuses. And if they do make an excuse, they're going to notice it because they're practicing their attention and their awareness. They see themselves as the ultimate agents in their lives, okay? So there's your 3. And as always, guys, have a powerful day. These 3 things differentiate those who excel and move through their lives with this vital sense of energy and enthusiasm, and those who give up. You can be that first person. Okay, so those of you who, if you are interested in registering for my course, again, starts May 1, so we have another week before it begins. You'll receive 2 podcasts per week with accompanying PDF notes that you can keep forever, that you can read, that you can highlight, that you can mark up and memorize and share with your buddies and sound really, really smart. All right, guys, have an awesome day.